What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Arrow and Supergirl video. So if you're new to the channel, please do drop a like, please do subscribe as well. Hit that bell button down below so you get notifications and you never ever miss a video. So this is it. We've got the mid-season finales coming up next week after Crisis on Earth X, which was absolutely freaking awesome. I did love every single minute of it, to be honest. It was just so good. And I say I loved every single minute of it. I would be lying if I did enjoy the Olicity wedding at the end, which was just completely and utterly terrible. But we're getting a celebration episode this week in Arrow, which I am not really looking forward to, if I was completely honest. But I am looking forward to the interesting twist that will be happening in Arrow next week as well, where the persistent, nevertheless she persisted, Samandra Watson is going after Oliver Queen. She just has something completely and utterly against him. She must have some deep down knowledge that she can't actually use in court or something like that. And it's a real shame that this actress hasn't been used that well, because she was actually in Glow over on Netflix about the wrestling promotion, and it's like a drama all about Glow Wrestling, which has Alison Brie in it, and well, you can't not like Alison Brie, can you? So I'd go and check that out if you want to see that. If you haven't seen it, if you've got Netflix, you need to watch it. It is so good, and it actually has some really cool cameos from wrestlers like Alex Riley and Carlito and a few others, to name just a little smidgen. But the FBI character has something else on the Green Arrow now. She has someone who has turned against poor old Oliver Queen. And, well, the Team Arrow is obviously usually pretty tight-knit. And I believe it was Curtis who actually said about how, well, they've committed so many kind of felonies and things like that, that if they're all brought down, it would be absolutely insane, because it would ruin their lives, because they're implicit in such really high-level crimes. When you think about it, they kind of go and do what the hell they actually want. But the vigilante bill, will it survive, will it pass, or whatever? I'm not sure when they're going to reveal when that's actually happening. But the traitor is in Team Arrow. There is a traitor who has turned on everyone here. And that's quite similar to what we had last season with Artemis, who turned on the team and actually was working for Prometheus, which I miss Prometheus so much. I loved Josh Cigar on the show. It's a real shame they actually killed him off. I was really hoping he would return. But we got the Tommy Merlin Prometheus for some reason in Crisis on Earth X, so that was some nice fan service. But I can't help but think they're retreading this traitor angle just a season later. I don't know why they're doing it, but the question is, who could this actually be? Now, if you think about it, there are a few people who could actually be involved, or who could actually be the traitor. I mean, Curtis could actually be one who would be an interesting decision. You know, I think that would be an interesting decision for the traitor. I don't think it is him, to be honest. I don't think he is the one who will turn, merely for the fact that I think he's such a good character. Personally, I don't want him to, and I think he adds a lot of kind of light relief to the team. So it would be a mistake if they actually used him. It would be a real shame. We've got as well Dina. That'd be an interesting decision. We've got now, obviously, the vigilante is involved. Would he be the one who provides that information? Probably not. I don't think so, to be honest. Obviously, you've got Diggle, which, no, not at all. And then Felicity, well, that leaves one. That leaves Wild Dog. Now, Wild Dog is someone who has had real troubles in his past. His daughter was a big thing of last season. We had The Way of the Gun. I think, was it The Way of the Gun? Or The Spectre of the Gun? Whatever that episode was called. That was a really good episode, and I highly enjoyed that. And I really do hope that they bring like his kind of personal life more into it, because it's actually really interesting. And part of me is now thinking, I saw something on Twitter, and it's Wild Dog with the Black Siren. Now, the Black Siren is obviously, she is completely and utterly evil. She is just gone in the head, and she's obviously working with Caden James. Now, Caden James could obviously get a lot of the files, of course, on the poor old Team Arrow. And I think he could possibly actually get a lot of the stuff off of Wild Dog as well. And obviously there's public record that his daughter is in a foster family and things like that. So that could be one of the reasons why he would actually turn. I think that the Black Siren has actually taken his daughter, and he will be the one who will actually turn on Team Arrow, but not out of choice. If they did it for someone who did it out of choice, well, that would be a real mistake. And I think that having him actually work with the Black Siren because, well, or kind of give this information to the FBI to screw them over, I think that that is what Black Siren's actually done. She's taken his daughter and she's actually working on things like that. So that's kind of what I think. Another reason would be interesting would be Artemis as well. She's probably got herself in some hot water and actually had to say that she's, or possibly said that she's part of Team Arrow to the FBI so she can actually get off of whatever crime she's actually done. So that's another kind of thing there as well. But I can't see Artemis popping up again in the show. But if I wouldn't mind it. She wasn't that bad. But I think Wild Dog would be a better decision, to be honest. And now over in Supergirl, we've got the mid-season finale as well, which is looking finale gnarly here, really, with this show. It's looking like it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. As we've got Rain, who is finally properly going to suit up, and going by the trailer and the images, they're actually going to fight. Which both of them are going to go toe-to-toe in what looks like a doomsday kind of situation. I think that Rain is being positioned to be the doomsday of the Arrowverse, which I think is a pretty good idea. I think that having her like that is an interesting choice and will be a lot of fun, even though the mask looks really weird and she is a world killer. But one of the things that got me interested was in one of the images we actually see Kara bleeding, and we see her bleeding, which is a bit of a shock because, as we know in Crisis on Earth X, they actually needed to kind of weaken Kara so they could cut her open and steal her heart for Overgirl. But here she is bleeding, which leads me to think that we're going to lead on one hell of a cliffhanger here, with Supergirl actually being defeated by Rain. And the next episode after this is the Legion of Superheroes episode. So I think that possibly Mon-El will actually kind of revive the rest of the Legion of Superheroes inside that kind of spaceship to save her, and then that will kind of lead in to the opener of when Supergirl returns next year, or kind of early next year as well, in January. So it's not looking good at all for her. I think that she will actually be, a lot of people saying she'll be killed, but I can't see that happening. I can't see them killing her off and then bringing her back. I don't think that would work, to be honest. I don't want to see that on the show, in my opinion. But another thing as well is an interesting theory that Mon-El is not actually married to Saturn Girl, and that Saturn Girl has kind of convinced Mon-El that they are married, which is a really weird one. I can't see why they would actually do that, or why Saturn Girl would do something as evil as that, because she's actually good in the show. She's good in the comics, so I don't see why she would be doing something so evil like that. So I don't think that is something that is happening. I think they kind of married, maybe married out of convenience more than anything in the future. But let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think the Supergirl will be defeated and is Mon-El actually married to Saturn Girl? Sure. I couldn't blame him. I wouldn't blame him for actually marrying her. I wouldn't blame him. But I do think that the Legion are going to save Supergirl from Rain, help her to defeat them.